When Baby, I'm ballin', 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 ballin'. Baby, I'm ballin', 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 ballin'. Baby, I'm 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 ballin'. 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 Baby, I'm ballin', 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 ballin'.
Okie dokie. Right. Good night, everybody. Good night. We're all done. Nah, just kidding. Elite Wolves are still 2 players short. They've got Smash Masoku +1 in the lobby. Complexity is all here, ready to play. Hopefully we can get Moppacks in, do a little bit of a mic check, have a chat with you guys as well. Because if we're waiting around, no point doing nothing, listening to Monster Cat. It's not that entertaining, is it now? If Mr. Moppacks, Mr. Trent Moppacks wants to pick up, he's in bloody chat. Moppacks, answer Skype. XD. Cheeky devil. There we go. Right, Moppacks, how you doing? Oh my
I'm doing good. No, it's not you. It's just me.
I am gonna have to turn you down.
Good thing we're testing that now.
It's not that one. Where have you gone, Skypecaster? There we go. Okay. Right. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm excited. Hopefully, we'll get the show on the road here.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah, we can flame players, can't we? You know, it's 5 minutes past starting time. Ah, there we go. That's all you have to do. Just, you know, the threat of flaming, and they'll join the lobby. Okay, we'll get ourselves underway in a couple of minutes, guys. Elite Wolves against Complexity Gaming. Dota Pit Season 4 by G2A. The NA qualifiers should be coming up soon. Hopefully, if nothing goes wrong, we'll get started in a bit. But yeah, myself and Moppacks will be taking you through it, and we'll go back to the lovely, lovely tunes of Monster Cat once again.
e-gaming bets. We accept bets on computer games online since 2011. Referral system for regular users and the first deposit bonus. Gaming devices store and the best choice of payment systems. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, Counter-Strike and StarCraft, World of Tanks and League of Legends. EGB.com. You know for sure who's going to win.
G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck. What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!
Good evening, guys. Welcome. A game that's got postponed, pushed back, and is now here for you tonight for the Dota Pit Season 4 from G2A. It's NA Dota. NA Dota at its finest. The qualifiers have started. Complexity go up against Elite Wolves. And to be honest, there's some bad blood between these teams. They've fought against each other a couple of times over the past couple of days. And they've swept each other. They've swept each other. 2-0 win by Elite Wolves on the 19th. Then followed by a 3-0 win by Complexity on the 20th, which was actually the final of the MDL Winter qualifiers for NA. But now they fight against each other in the Dota Pit qualifiers. And my co-caster tonight, Motpax, what do you reckon? What do you think about these two teams?
Well, I gotta say, Complexity Gaming, man, those guys are showing up, you know? They imported a little bit of talent, brought them across the pond, as they say.
Those Euros, SMH.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, no, they've been competing really well. I know that they used to have a lot of, they played together a lot and against each other back in the Han days, I understand, you know, quite a few Han boys. It's Chessie's logo there, so promptly shows as Han trash. But, yeah, Complexity, they look strong. They 3-0'd Elite Wolves, get themselves into qualifier over to China, so congratulations to them first off. That's pretty exciting, you know, and hopefully it'll be the best Chinese event of the year, one could say.
Now, I know you don't like the S word being, you know, being put out there too much, but that was pretty savage, Motpax. I mean,
oh, well, yeah, I know.
I mean, come on. You know, chill out a little bit. Chill out. Just calm down. Now, drafting-wise, these two teams, they, I've got to say EW look a little bit interesting. Like, Complexity, it's relatively standard. The sort of heroes you expect the majority of the time. You know, just the Gyrocopter here and there. You get your Tusk, your Queen of Pain. They do pull out things like the Lycan for Chessie, but it's Elite Wolves. It's things like, you know, your Axe, your Enchantress. These kind of weirdish heroes that aren't seen that much nowadays. But I've got to say, there's one outstanding hero that's not picked or banned. The Doom. Where does this guy sit now?
He's dumpster tier. Someone took Doom out back. Ice Frog, you know, took him out back and told him where to go. Like, he's just gone, man. Infernal Blade. You know, it was like that was pretty much the nail in the coffin, I think, for that hero. At least for now. Maybe until people aren't so terrified of trying to figure out what to do with them. The other one, I mean, we do still have the Tiny, but without the Bane and, of course, the Io, something you don't want to be handing over to Complexity, maybe they're not too concerned about him. I know one of the bigger ones was also the Spirit Breaker, and Night Stalker's also avoided so far in the draft. So I would be looking for some of those aggro kind of heroes to come out.
It's kind of interesting. Night Stalker not touched at all. Now, Hansken, you know, his past has been pretty good with heroes like Chen and Enchantress, you know, the jungling heroes. And I know that Complexity maybe are starting to look towards that jungle since it's been buffed a little bit, but Bounty Hunter's going to be the hero that they actually go for there. So, good early game pressure with Gyro Dazzle, good team fight sustain, but you can't really go all in on that healing strat, you know, going in for your Witch Doctors. You know, Juggernaut's not really going to fit too great here, but with that Ancient Apparition up from Elite Wolves, it's a pretty good opener just to try and deter any kind of healing in team fights. But when you follow it up with Initiation from Tusk, damage output from Lina, just an Ice Blast plus a Laguna Blade demolishes heroes like Gyrocopter before their BKB.
Yeah, it's true, and it is
5
always a solid
seconds
opener with the
remaining.
AA. I guess one thing that I think a lot of teams, at least it kind of feels this way during the draft, is that, like, you know, you do
Reserve
actually have to
time.
hit the ice blast onto like 5 people, and yes, it can be a total disaster, but as long as you're not like completely banking your whole game and on this healing strategy, I think it's still okay to have like this bounty hunter, because Viper, Darkseer, they're already banned out. Even the Undying Io, a lot of the healing that you're looking at, and we have of course seen quite a bit of the mech, the Greaves, bounty hunter. So kind of a nice little niche role here. Maybe he'll have to go for it. Maybe they'll pick someone up like the Chen. Completely, it is totally possible at this rate, honestly, for Complexity to come up with something like that. So we'll see. I have seen a couple core bounty hunters in the past little while, which was a little surprising, but I'm expecting this to be like that 4 role.
What, offlane bounty again?
Yeah, it was Mind Control. They ran it on Liquid, just in WCA.
Okay, interesting. And bring back the old pub Battle Fury Bounty Hunter. Let's do it. Let's get people's blood pumped up and really pissed off. Like, honestly, it was only a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was one of those things that sort of traveled over from Dota 1, where people would buy Battle Fury on every hero. There was a stage where Wind Ranger Battle Fury was a thing. Good regen, good damage, and stuff like that. And then there were heroes like Juggernaut, Bounty Hunter, where you're like, Agi carry, needs damage, they've got crits, regen's good, they're melee, they get cleave. And people just get so riled up. Like, no, Battle Fury is not an item on these heroes. But nowadays, Juggernaut buys Battle Fury, just waiting for the day for the good old Bounty to start picking it up himself. But I know people are going to hate it. Elite Wolves go with the Clockwork, so Tusk is now pushed into the 4 role, AA 5. Lina looking towards the mid, and then Clockwork on the offlane. Complexity, they respond with a Templar Assassin, one of the better heroes against Lina mid. And they've really kept their cards hidden. So Bounty Hunter can roam mid, control the lane for the TA. Dazzle, Bounty are both pretty good heroes at controlling runes as well. Especially against like an AA. He doesn't offer much in these sort of level 2, level 3 skirmishes where a Bounty Dazzle can sort of run into you. But it's the final pick, so Complexity, like you said, Bounty could be offlane. The remaining heroes for offlane, you said like Spirit Breaker, Night Stalker are still out there, so it's not set in stone, they've still got options. But Elite Wolves need a 1 roll, definitely.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, not much question there. And yeah, I think it will be like Swindles. He's really into the whole initiation role and everything like that. So I am expecting something. The Slardar, definitely a good ban. Something they've looked to a couple times. Probably either the Spirit Breaker or maybe the Earthshaker. A little scary up against the Clockwork, but something that Swindles has been going to lately. It's always his Darkseer that is coveted, but that was banned out right away. So maybe we'll be seeing some of these new offlaners. Maybe we'll get like an Enchantress or something like that too, kind of thrown out into the pool. And certainly next to that new pool, or that new jungle camp we have, and the Bat Rider's the other one that's been making a little bit of a reappearance lately. So
Faceless
I don't know,
Void.
I'm hoping they'll mix it up a little bit.
Faceless Void, Kappa.
Maybe soon.
That hero.
Don't hedge your bets though.
That hero seems like, I think he's an offlane hero again. It seems ridiculous the way that, you know, you go in onto him, you do damage, and he's like, nope. Not going to happen. Jumps away and gets his health back up.
10 seconds remaining.
But I don't know. It's going to take a while until we see, you know, relatively newish heroes that have been reworked, put into different roles. So, Elite Wolves, what do we have left, 1 roll wise?
The only thing that they picked lately would be the Bristleback, but it looks like they're just going to go all in.
Oh, wow.
Get that Spectre. I was trying to think of something that would have something to deal with the refraction, so I guess maybe you could consider this as Dispersion and the potential Radiance. Also nice because you can kind of work around the Clockwork too, is another thing you always kind of want to look for your position 1. You don't want to be blocked out yourself when you're on the aggressive. So now this really just comes down to what Swindle can do, and up against the Clockwork, the Spectre, you got to imagine he's probably thinking something with a little bit of mobility, trying to escape from like the snowball and everything like that.
10 seconds.
There's something that they lack a lot of, and that's stuns. Like they have what, 2 mini stun kind of things. The homing missile is sort of, I don't want to count it as a, you know, it's not a guaranteed stun. Then they've got Shuriken mini stun. Earthshaker, I think, is always the hero that pops to mind when you want an offlaner and you want a ton of actual lockdown here. Magnus could be okay, I guess, but they actually go for the Spirit Breaker. Okay.
Yeah, they played it in the series previous against them, so obviously that series went pretty well. So I guess they'll just go for that again. And it'll be the, Z-Freak Bounty Hunter, Hanskin on his Dazzle. And, well, here we go. Now, they mix it up a little bit, actually, between their hero roles, depending, like, I know they had Chessie actually on a Broodmother during that past series, so it's kind of interesting. But for the most part, it is Limp heading to the mid lane these days, Chessie on one of these rather hard carries. And, well, Evils, you gotta imagine they want to bring this one home. You know, this is the feel good. You know, you gotta get that last one off your head. Just realize it's a different tournament. It's totally unrelated, and just kind of play your own game, get back into it.
That's the thing. It was kind of weird that Elite Wolves 2-0'd Complexity, and then
10
Complexity,
seconds
what, a day
remaining.
later, 3-0'd them. It was just that massive swing. But in a new
5
patch, in
seconds
this sort
remaining.
of new environment where teams aren't 100% sure exactly what's going on, with drafts and heroes and things like that, there are so many things that can just pop out and catch you completely off guard. But we'll,
Prepare for battle.
Question for you here. Do I need my Dota TV audio on with you?
no, you don't.
I don't. Okay. Sorry, echoing Dota TV. My bad.
You're killing everybody.
Yeah.
I should have said something. I always forget. Just blame me. You can tweet. You can tweet at me at Toby1Dota if you if you have any hate mail or anything like that. At Toby1Dota is where you can find me and spam all of your hateful nonsense. And he will. I will reply. I will definitely reply over on that account. Right, Z-Freak, Bounty Hunter, going to be in that support role, roaming himself around, and down here Swindles on the Spirit Breaker. Now, Limp, TA. Let's see how he can do. But yeah, Complexity. You said they've really been turning up recently, and the ex-NIP members, you know, we obviously had Chesty standing in for
30
Complexity for the
seconds to
past like
battle.
3 months. Even
Yeah, it's been a while.
Even before the defense, it was like a month before the defense when he was playing with the guys. But bringing over basically the team. I can't remember what they were called in. It wasn't Stay Green in Han, was it? I can't remember what
On
they.
Han?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Stay Green. I didn't watch Han, but that's what I understand. It was Stay Green.
Okay, it was Stay Green. I always forget names. What is? Have you seen this thing where you hover over heroes and it goes all?
The battle
Ghosty.
begins.
What is this?
Ghosty?
Muddy
Oh, it's like
silence.
A highlight.
what you call it? It's a custom. You have to like reset your client for it to go away. I think it comes from custom games. Were you custom gaming?
No, this is me turning on, like I turned on the PC, opened Dota 2, nothing's been done with it, and it suddenly decided that if I hover over hero, it's gonna turn into a ghost. Well, anyway, Bounty Hunter sitting between tier 1 and tier 2, looking for the courier snipe, and have a look at this. Have a look at this. Smash mid Lina up against Limp's TA. Early on, the Lina does, you know, decently. You shove the wave, you can burn through refraction decently. There's just a couple of right-click attacks, and Light Strike Array down. There we go. Limp going to take a chunk of damage already. Down towards that mid lane. At bottom, Swindles. Stout Shield, 730 health, and very, very difficult to kill. But I just feel sorry for the Bounty Hunter right now. He's wasting a ton of time. There's nothing coming out to this Lina.
Yeah. It's like so the dream though. It puts you so far ahead that it's worth this. Like, and you're hoping and hoping they're gonna send out the courier. Try and maybe send out that early salve and everything. Especially because you see Smash with no extra regen, but currently there's not enough pressure from Limp to even warrant it.
That's the thing. He went for the null build as well, so the bottle's always going to come out a little bit later.
Yeah.
Just throwing out the Light Strike Arrays. So yeah, Z-Freak walks himself across to the east. Try and help out down bottom lane because you have a look at Swindles. Hiding in the trees. He's actually going to TP back to the tier 1. Make sure he doesn't get snowballed or caught with the shards or anything like that. Not waste any mana on the charge.
Alright, well, Z-Freak, he will make his rotation at bottom, so a little bit of brawling going on here, but it gets a little
Dust.
Oh, Z-Freak.
They've got reveal and the Bounty Hunter didn't know it was going to hit him. Swindles tries to save his teammate, but with the charge, it's just not there. He's level 2. The bashes did come out, but oh boy. Poor little Bounty Hunter. So he misses out. I mean, he doesn't miss out, but he wastes a lot of time mid looking for the courier snipe. Then he goes bot, trying to maybe get a bit of harass down onto the AA. It's not going well for Z-Freak so far. Up at top, what have we got? The Clockwork. 3-0, but he's getting closer and closer to that level 3, actually looking pretty good for himself, even against a Gyro Dazzle lane, which honestly should be absolutely demolishing him. Mid lane, looks like there's a bit of a bounty battle there with the sentries being placed left and right. It's just little pokes and prods across the map. You know, top lane, they're trying to get this Clockwork out of lane. Bottom it's Swindles, getting to level 3 and then looking for the charge mid, I think, in the next minute or so. I think Smash with his level 4, this is where Lina really starts to take control of lanes. Even with a TA who should have the favorable matchup now.
That's the thing though, how much has this nerf changed it? The matchup in general, because the whole point of it before was that you had to know at that last moment, like exactly when, like you needed an additional right click to know when the refraction was down, but now you don't need that.
Oh, that's true.
So you don't have to wait for that one tap to know, okay, now I can cast my spells, and that was your little safety net as the TA. So it might end up swapping this around quite a bit in terms of the matchup. Z-Freak again found with the dust over here.
Oh, you're right. He's going to try and cut through the trees, but I think that's the end of his life. The punches come out from the AA charge, though, with the DDTA. Masoku gets bashed up with a charge coming through the middle of both of them, and he's going to drop to the Spirit Breaker on the back, but I want to watch the Tusk. TA's kill on the Tusk is going to be a little more important. He's not going to actually go for it.
17% secure.
So the AA tried to TP, did he?
Well, he tried to salve up and make the space, and he was trying to get the TP off, but he got the bash. That was okay. He might have lived without it.
Back to your point. That's a good thing. The refraction now, it shows with the animation shows always. So you don't have to hit to see the animation of the refraction. I think still with the sideways, we have a decent time. Oh, the shards are perfect.
Perfectly placed.
That Tusk. Get the cold feet proc in. Chilling touch thrown for good measure as well. As Evo will get his name up on the board. This Spectre, 18 and 9. The Lina, 20 and 6. Already you have this, pretty big lane deficit for complexity. Top lane, Gyrocopter, sure. Chessie's up on this, 18 and 4. But at level 6, he really, I feel, has to start jumping around the map and going looking for kills.
Yeah, they're going to need him to come online as soon as possible. So probably, I don't know if he's already committed to phase. No, he hasn't decided yet. Sometimes in this more of like the, I don't know, we see like treads, we see phase. I kind of like phases to try and chase down the Spectre and make sure she's not going to get away, honestly, and make sure you don't get trapped in the ice shards this game.
I just wonder, with the bounty coming up the top, he's, oh, the poor lad, he's level 1. No Janada, no Shuriken, so the damage output here isn't going to be amazing, but if, oh god, if the Clockwork walks straight on in with a circular cogs, he'll push the Clockwork back, Gyrocopter back. Trying to get Hanskin, dropping low, but in comes Bounty Hunter, and this should be a kill on this Clockwork. Damage output's good from Chessie, secures the kill. Clockwork got a little bit too ballsy for his own good.
Yeah, and they'll continue to try and zone out Swindles here, but with only one support, it's a little bit harder. In fact, he's just going to put the harass on with his charge and Evo.
Even TA's being shot out. If you look at the Dire Ancients, not only is there a Radiant Sentry there blocking, but there was an illusion from the Tusk sent across to sort of fake block it as well. So poor old Limp. Sure enough, you get that pure damage from the Sideblade Splash, and it's not really reliant on magic damage clear, but you've got no one stacking jungle for you can't stack Ancients for yourself. And Bounty Hunter, even though you've hit level 2, you haven't had that lane pressure you want, and this is one of the big things. When you pick Bounty, you want to win lanes. You basically pick it so that you can control off lane, mid lane, and just make sure that the farm rate of your opponent isn't going to be up to par.
Oh, they're going to go for it anyway. Snowball.
It's tier 1. The damage output is going to be here a little bit, but he's going to charge through and get himself back. A good heal from the Dazzle. And now Hanskin, he's going to right-click Evo down, who's stuck behind the tower. Spectre. Thought he could get the kill, but salve and heal from Swindles and Hanskin.
Alright, well, that's pretty important. They need to shut down the Spectre, and now should be missing out quite a bit of CS. Gonna fall down to 4th in terms of the net worth, and the other major part here is the fact that they have shut down this Clockwork long enough. Like, you really want to be 6 at around the 7-minute mark. He'll be hopefully closing in on 5 by then, but they really want to snowball this, right? Like, kind of keep the Spectre, get that first haunt off. She's also not 6 quite yet, thanks to all the babysitting. So Evils are trying to turn on here, and Complexity are just trying to delay them for as long as possible so that Limp can get a little bit more farm here in the mid lane. Is you really want to get that nice big lead on TA, and it's going to be harder without those Ancients available.
I just want to see Hanskin start stacking up a little bit more. They've built a large camp stack once here, and I guess Dazzle's going to go. No, Limp's going to do it himself, actually, with the Treads bottle. He should be able to clear through triple stack once he gets that built up. Going to bottle crow a little bit as well. Look at this.
Z-Freak's leeching bottom.
Yeah, I'm just watching him smash. Should know about this. And it's kind of interesting, actually, recently, seeing people leave branches on the floor. Surely it's more fun to just place the branch and create happy little trees everywhere.
I don't know about this gank. Are they going to go for this? This is pretty risky. Okay, yeah.
Cancel the charge.
Last moment there.
The thing is, they're lacking damage without the gyro. I think that's one of the biggest things here. And that's why I want to see Chessie really hyper active in the next 3-4 minutes. Because they've got initiation, they've got annoying little pokes and prods here and there. But without the gyro's early game magic damage output, the TA doesn't offer you that much. There's no melt strike. It's just kind of like, right, I'll right click you here and there, but chasing wise, with the traps and charge, it's pretty good. It's just that finishing blow that you need from Call Down and Rocket Barrage.
Radiant's
Yeah, as long as there's another strike.
And down on Ewan with a charge throw as well. They'll bash it up, and here comes Chessie. The first call down, top of the land, and Ewan will get himself back towards that tier 1 down at bottom.
That was extremely close.
Skin of his teeth there, the Spectre. Getting away from that gyro ulti. And Ewan's actually going to try and farm a little bit through the jungle. He's got earned PMS, so he can...
Oh, this is so risky.
Bounty, bounty, bounty. He's got a haste. If he runs to the west, he's going to spot him. No, no, he's TPing up the top. They're diving onto tier 1. They'll get the kill onto Hanskin's Dazzle. And Z-Freak, I don't think he got down for this. The Clockwork has got battery assault up, even with the haste. Look at that bounty. And running back and forth, but there's no one to help him. Meanwhile, towards middle lane, Ice Blast not going to connect on Swindles there.
Radiant's bottom
So
tower
Lina was
is
playing
under
very
attack.
aggressively into that Spirit Breaker.
Well, she'll be heading towards nice early Yules, always handy up against the Spirit Breaker. We'll have our treads come over from the Spectre, try and tank up a little bit from this bounty, roaming around the map. And Z-Freak, he's not doing too hot, eh?
Radiant's
You know,
bottom
level
tower
3.
is under attack.
Really want to get this online here.
Have
Alright,
AA.
going in with a call down.
Gyrocopter, perfect angle, straight on him.
Dire's
Tusk is
middle
going to drop
tower
away. Oh
is
no, he
under
gave Vision up onto the high ground into the creeps, but he's got no TP. He'll try and hide over to the side. But I'm pretty sure. No, they don't know he's there. Limp knows. They're spamming pings out. They've got to know. He's inside. Get the splash through with the side blades. That was a really well thought out, well played move, given the amount of time he had. It's just kind of unfortunate it didn't work out.
Yeah, if only he had a TV, then. He definitely would have got out of there, but it was on cooldown, so wouldn't have mattered anyway, I suppose. Alright, well, we got level 7 now. I don't think we've had a hook shot yet, right? This is like... He's pretty much just looking at how much farm he can get before he has to go back to base, and then that's when he starts coming online. And going for the immediate blade mail. Just going to skip over anything else. Doesn't need a bottle or any of that nonsense. Stick, blade mail. Time to get active.
Yeah, brown boots as well. And I guess the fact that you've got 1200 gold as a Clockwork as an offlaner, you know, that amount of burst gold, you don't usually see that. With the battery assault down, he's going to cancel out another strike. And look at Z-Freak trying to get into range of that to try and get the death strike down onto there. He's got it. Clockwork is pushed back. He's on cogs, but with the Tusk here, they turn it around. Swindles, he knows he's got a situation on his hands where he needs to get something from this. On the back is the Spectre. I think Swindles should be okay, unless the Snowball and Shards now. There's 5 seconds until they're back up. Are they diving this? Are they diving this? They've got the damage out from the Spectre, and yeah, they're going to try and go for it. The Tusk will give up his own life for this. No problem whatsoever. If he dies, it doesn't matter. With a charge back, Swindles still staying alive. And he will drop before the Tusk loses his own life.
Alright, well, that was worth it. I don't know how Clockwork made out of that alive, honestly. That was a little bit ridiculous, so they take a huge lead there. For almost 1100 gold.
Battery Assault is just too good against Spirit Breaker. Trying to jump, trying another strike, but with the Battery Assault there, it's cancelling out every single time. I mean, even the Bounty Hunter was trying to get into range to tank up a few of those hits. He wasn't really able to. So, 11-minute Yules on the 11-minute Yules on the Lina. It's a pretty insane timing. Smash has been utilizing jungle well. He's got no kills, no assists. But the fact he has no deaths and he's been farming jungle with lane, 71 last hits. It's pretty insane.
Swindles? Swindles? Okay.
Dire's middle tower
He's like
is
paying
under
this out
attack.
as if he's gonna go or something. But there's no ward vision as well here for the Radiant, so they're probably like they've got the nice one in the mid and in behind up top, but you don't really know where
Dire's
these
top
charges are
tower
gonna come
is
down the
under
bottom
attack.
lane, so a little bit scary here from Ahsoku, and he'll just kind of chill behind.
The pink dot just charging itself across the minimap. You start noticing the mad cow. He's got the hunger. He's got that taste for blood. And now
Radiant's
Chessie,
bottom
this
tower
is what we
is
want to
under
see. He's
attack.
pushing into tier 1, trying to
Dire's
force
top
the
tower
wolves
is
into
under
them.
attack.
What do you think about the blink burst on Limp here over the Deso or something?
We've been seeing it a lot recently. It's kind of become the precedent.
Dire's middle
Like
tower
Desolator
is
was
under attack.
it was almost the Midas equivalent for a Templar Assassin. You know, the aggressive
Radiant's
Midas. It lets you farm a hell of a lot
bottom
faster.
tower is
Like, okay, it helps you kill,
Radiant
helps you take towers, but it's
structures
mainly
are
about
fortified.
farming ancients and then taking Roshan. Getting the big old net worth lead.
Smash into his
Dire's top
bottom.
tower is under
Oh,
attack.
you're right. Gyrocopter, you're not tanky enough for this. 1000 HP and down you go. 2 ultimates is all they need. Now we're going to go chase into boss. Window still charges through onto the AA. There's time to bail. You've got another strike onto the Lina, but she already got her LSA down. Stuns him up and the snowball comes through. Tusk has managed to save up his teammates and jump onto Limp again. The heal from Hanskin is not going to be enough to save them. Smash, he drops low to the Melt Strike. It is going to be enough for the Shuriken. But the way that E-Wolves are battling through this all, they'll be able to take down multiple targets as Limp He's trying to hide,
nice
but he's got nowhere to run. The refraction will burn down. He'll drop, and it's going to be a full 5-man team wipe. Unless... No unless. They get the bounty without even having the deal.
You know what I really like about this lineup from E-Wolves is the fact that you've got this... I mean, there was a pretty extreme example simply because Smash was invis, but you have the E-Wolves into LSA. Generally, you're going to get a kill off of that a lot of the time in these teamfights, or at least disable someone for a substantial amount of time. Oh, are you really going to let him finish? Come on, guys.
Nope.
Jesse, he's in trouble.
Jesse's more than trouble. This is the hero that's meant to be the linchpin here for complexity. We'll get the Tusk, maybe.
Oh, this might be the run back.
Trade off, Ewo. He's not got a dagger. He's got 6 stick charges though, but Swindles is stuck. He's stuck in the trees. And with that little old urn coming out of Ewo, he'll dagger across, try and hide. The shuriken bounce though from Zufreak will catch him. And now they're trying to look for the clockwork with a charge forward from Swindles again. They've got the vision. They've got the vision. Hookshot's here, but he pops his blade mail instead. Back to top level 4. Will try and get himself away, but that's no chance. Blocks them all in the cogs, but the damage output is just too much. That's a bounty with a triple kill and multiple tracks for complexity. And it looked, honestly, it looked awful for them. But with the tracks coming out,
Smash.
2,400 gold. 1,600 gold went to the bounty just there. What the hell's he going to buy? He's holding on to 2,300.
Must be back.
Tusk. Yeah, he's going to drop. He can not snowball. He's got shards. There's a haste. There's a haste. You're not going to let him get the haste, are you? Swindles, no. Cooldown's here. And the Tusk is dead, but he's going to get dropped to the bloody Spirit Breaker. A little bit too fast forward, and they're actually chasing this. It's just non-stop fighting between these two teams.
The old suicide rune. I do that. We're all guilty of that a couple times, I think. You snag that haste rune, you're invincible all of a sudden. Not so much.
We still haven't seen a hookshot, have
Oh, you had to say it, didn't you?
we? We still haven't seen a hookshot, have we?
Oh, no, that's not true. He hit one on Hanskin in the last fight.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Which is part of my point, actually, because you get the Yules to lock down one person into the LSA, you know, Laguna Blade and all that stuff. And at the same time, you've got Clockwork holding on to somebody else, like the Dalits on that last case. So you're doing Graves coming out in the fight that started all this nonsense. But, and all through that, there's the chaos of the Spectre going on, combined with the Ice Blast. Like, I'm really digging this kind of lineup they have going on here. Whereas it's a little bit more gank-oriented, I think, for complexity right now. Just because there's no mech or anything, at least. Went for a 4-stat. It makes sense against the Clockwork, but interesting for the bounty.
E-Wolves have a lot of catch and burst. But complexity, they've got sustain. They've got a decent amount of physical damage around them as well. Shards are not going to block Limp him, and he should be able to walk himself
Radiant's
away.
bottom tower has fallen.
But up at top, it's still the Spectre farming. 2,000 gold saved up for this Spec. Closing in on 6k net worth, and I guess it's going to be the Radiance build, like you said. Try and burn through Refraction. Deal with the Gyro Spirit Breaker a little bit. But it's complexity, you know. If they get into these... Their lineup is more based around, right, we'll try and fight you like 4v3, 5v4, or something like that. They always want the numbers advantage. The difficulty is getting that numbers advantage, but if they can do something like this, Swindles, they need the Grave over to the Spirit Breaker, they've got it.
Nice.
And the cooldown is down, dropping onto the heads of the Soku as well as this Tusk, snowballing away back into the end of the fight, but Limp is just standing there waiting for him. Ewo, the Spectre, running back in, the hookshot misses again.
Oh my god.
The poor little Clockwork now trapped in a cage of his own design as Limp just pummels and pounds him, but there he's going to drop himself. 4-staff forward, back and now around. Limp, he's not going to die. Melt Strike under a sentry will finally secure his kill, but Ewo, Spectre, Rocket Barrage a little bit too much. There you have it. They get the numbers advantage. It's not even over. Honestly, it's not even over. Ancient Apparition. So they get the first kill. They get the first kill. That's all complexity won. It's one into another, and that's how their team fight really operates incredibly well. Whereas E-Wolves, it's more picking, poking and prodding and split pushing a little bit, getting Spectre a little bit more room to farm. I mean, it's with E-Wolves, it's put Spectre on another lane, farm and bait, and then fight as 4.
Did you catch that fight recap?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, it was just another casual 1,900 gold for the bounty hunter.
Bloody hell.
He's at the 3k right now. He could have a Radiance right now. He could be the Spectre of this game, honestly.
So 17 minutes in. Now, let's do a full recap here. So this is the bounty hunter that 3 minutes in, 3.5 minutes in, was level 1. Level 1. He had nothing to his name except an Orb of Venom, Observer Wards, and some regen. And now 17 minutes in, his net worth is higher than that of the Spectres. He just bought a full hood. I'm gobsmacked.
Interesting item choices. I can understand not wanting to go for the mech simply because of the Ice Blast, but I still feel like it would add a lot of value to their team up against the Clockwork and the Tusk as well, and the Lina too. Like, I'm really surprised with the second influx of gold he didn't go for it. So I'll be interested to see how this little active works out before he ends up getting the pipe. But they certainly are smoking for aggression, and this time they really need this hook shot to hit. Oh, don't get in the way here, Seer. Come on.
Oh, Limp. He can blink. He's going to blink back a tiny distance there. They're not going to catch him. So he's going to get himself away unless he walks back into them, which is entirely possible. Good Observer Ward drops between tier 1, tier 2.
Dire's
Charge
bottom
going across
tower
down
is
towards
under
bottom lane.
attack.
See this with the Spectre Haunt. They'll now know where the
Radiant's
Spirit
top
Breaker is and where it's
tower
coming
is
from.
under
The rest of
attack.
the team, though, they're just wandering around aimlessly, not knowing what's going on.
Dire's bottom tower is
Limp
under
is in a
attack.
precarious position, but
Oh, bottom.
should be okay.
No,
They're
evil.
still going for that. Okay, I thought Spectre would walk away, but apparently not. Damage output, it's pretty good here. The track's coming out, but they know the rest of the team is
Dire's
coming in
bottom tower is
from
under
Evil's
attack.
Shuriken. From Z-Freak just thrown out.
Radiant's top
Take
tower
that.
is under attack.
Spectre, and they've got vision still. They've got the tracks up. And Ewo is honestly just dead
Dire's
here. The
bottom
rest of his team
tower
didn't come
is
to help.
under attack. Radiant's top tower
Swindles has
is
been playing
under
really
attack.
solid in the Spirit Breaker. I think a lot of his buybacks have been excellent, using them to track the Spectre. That was a pretty big issue in that last fight too, and helping to he's like
Radiant's top
slingshotting the
tower
bounty
is
hunter in a
under
lot of these
attack.
situations, right? Like he's providing the vision to make sure they're going to get a track on every single person during these team fights,
Dire's middle
and that's the
tower
reason
is
why
under
they're going to be
attack.
shortly eclipsing around 8,000 net worth. If they can get this Roach, oh, Mystico in trouble here. Charged, tracked,
Yeah.
just a little bit of a
There's a
a
snowball.
death warrant.
It'll save him for a little while. But he's already taken a massive chunk of damage there from the Melt Strike and the cooldown. Smash with the DD rune, gets pushed down onto the low ground. He'll try and get Z-Freak, but look at that. With the active from the hood. He'll save himself from the Laguna Blade, and that worked out incredibly well. Charge across the cogs and straight into Masoku. There's no Nether Strike for 8 seconds time. But with the tracks up, they've got this chasing power. And the hook shot still not used, really. We've had like one good hook shot all game long. The Clockwork, he's going to have to use it to escape. But it's not going to be there. The Nether Strike from Swindles, the Urns, the Dazzle Heal. There's just so much keeping
He's
complexity
so
alive and
rich.
fighting through and through. And this fight recap, what does it tell us?
Radiant's middle
Oh, hey.
tower is under attack.
Money, 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 money.
That's a bad fight for this guy. 760. He's like disappointed. He's still top of the team. He's like, I can't even break 1K, man. What is this? Alright, well, no Ice Blast this time to worry about.
Yeah, pretty simple rush on.
There are a lot of
Templar.
angry things coming up from the side of Evils.
The Dire.
Yep. Templar Assassin gets up the Aegis. And it's going to be a blink into a BKB, actually. So still no Desolator.
I kind of like that for these fights, honestly. Like, she just needs to stay alive and keep swinging, and Swindles is offering a lot of control. Like, the total HP pools aren't that ridiculous right now. Like, everyone's sitting under 1K except for the Spectre and the Clockwork right now on the side of Evils. So she's just ready to whip through them herself. Good hesitation by Swindles.
Dire's middle tower
get caught up
has
by the Ice
been
Blast.
denied.
And what do they need to do now on the Evils? Like, can you still go for the Radiance?
On spec.
I'm not sure how I feel about it because it's 2 natural MKB carriers as well.
It's it's a tough one, isn't it? But the thing is, if you've left it this late already, going back to Diffusal Manta, something like that, it's just awkward. It's that kind of lost. Oh my god, my mind. Lost cost fallacy? Is that the actual terminology?
Oh, yeah, sort of, yeah.
I can't remember what the exact phrase is. But, you know, when you've actually sunk so much time into something, you're like, oh, it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out, and the longer it goes, the more time you've kind of wasted. That's what the Radiance feels like to me. But then going back into something like a Diffusal Blade is gonna be even as awkward as waiting for the Radiance to come out. So we'll see
feel
where it
like-
heads into.
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna miss a lot of the benefits of the solo farming stuff.
Man,
Well,
that's
there's
a
your
big
call
roll
there.
down. With the damage out from Limp as well. Good shards. Nearly blocks the AA out. Oh, hook shot. Catches 2 in the cogs as well. And in comes Smash from the side. Takes out the Dazzle. Chessie drops as well. And Ewo gets himself a ton of gold. They're going to try and battle through this with Swindles. The damage output. There comes Limp with the bashes of the Smash. They lose the Gyro and the Dazzle, but they're still getting track kills. And maybe they'll get something more. The Tusk is chased. Hunted like the wild animal he is. And Limp gets a triple kill. Let's take a look at this beauty of a fight recap, shall we? Bounty Hunter.
Dire's bottom tower
1,200
is under
gold
attack.
again. Bloody hell, and he's not even the one getting the kills.
Unreal. What a hero. Honestly, pipe, mech, plenty of gold, arcane boots. I assume he'll just go mechanism next.
You never know. It's going to be a Dagon or something.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be that bad, honestly.
Just zap down the AA, kill off the Tusk. Could be pretty good. Now, the Clockwork with his relatively early Blade Mail. I don't know. You've just got to land hook shots. Honestly, that's what I think about the Clockwork right now. You just got to land hook shots. Relic
His item build's like totally irrelevant just because he hasn't been hitting the hook shot. He's hit 2 basically the whole game. And so you just don't really know what his potential could be in any situation. It's unfortunate. Like, that's rough stuff.
Well, you do have that Relic over on the Spectre now. Mech nearly picked up by your Tusk. Ancient Apparition's a little bit poor, but oh god, where's Swindles going? Who's he seen? He's seen the Clockwork up at top. They know about Ewo farming over in the jungle, though. They know the Spectre's kind of alone down in this Radiant jungle. But Complexity, they want the tier 1. That's what they've got their eyes set on. 3 members of Ewo.
Oh my god, Swindles. This guy just goes in, man.
Yeah, well, smash misses LSA. Swindles with a little sidestep there. The dodge, and out comes Limp. Laguna blades a good amount of damage, but it's just not killing anybody. Limp pops his BKB, and I don't know if you want to actually utilize this to the fullest and dive onto tier 2. Or if you just say, you know what? Take tier 1. No big loss. How long do we have on Aegis? That's the big question for me. Another minute. A minute and 15 seconds. I guess they could go looking for a dive somewhere. Oh, they've got a charge. They found the Spectre. There's a Haunt up for Ewo. But if he uses it, all of Complexity are clumped up around him. It's not going to take him anywhere, so they'll just keep Swindles on his tail. There goes the Haunt, and he realizes his Calamity. There's nowhere to run. There's a big LSA from Smash. Graveland Swindles, though, and they'll try and turn and fight this out. Oh, that Ice Blast onto 3, but it's just Swindles charging onto Ewo. The Melt Strike is good over on the side, but they have lost the Lina. Saving Spectre for now. Trap slow, and Limp, he's just going to catch up and swipe him down. Complexity, once again. 2 big kills for one Spirit Breaker. Limp is being very safe with the Aegis.
These tracks and these charges are just completely decimating Evils. Like, they know exactly where they are. It's allowing the TA traps to come out and keep them slow the entire time while Chessie and Limp slowly catch up to them. And the sustain, all provided by the Dazzle, means that every single time they're getting objectives off of these.
Sunk cost fallacy. Thanks, chat. I can't remember what I said, but it was wrong. And sunk cost fallacy is the correct terminology. Thanks, chat. Seems good. You were
close. You were like lost costs or something.
Yeah, I said a synonym of sunk.
Good enough.
For sure. People understood. That's all that matters. So Gyro, SNY, and BKB. This game is kind of weird for me because it's 25 minutes in, but it feels like one of those 40-minute games where it's just been back to back. Oh god. Well, he succeeded. Clockwork landed a hook shot. The trouble is, he landed a hook shot into the TA Gyrocopter, who just absolutely shredded him.
Gotta say, it's a great game for this kind of a build in the Gyrocopter. Just looking to brawl. Drums, SNY, BKV. Like, there's nothing Chessie wants more than what's been happening in the past 25 minutes, really. Like, he's just been an unkillable force. And Z-Freak just throwing out the tracks makes it all so easy with his 3.4k gold.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, it's a medallion.
Oh, he'll just grab a casual Solar Crest here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Why the hell not? Now, I always struggle to kind of rationalize itemizations like this, because when you're a bounty and you're sort of doing okay or you're behind, you go for the small incremental items. You're like, right, we'll build up slowly, we'll get into this. But when you're ahead so far like this, I always wonder why not go for the big ticket items. You know, why not go for the full greaves? Why a blink dagger or something? But I guess it's all items they really, really need.
Yeah, it's like so much value right now because it's still 25 minutes in. Like, you'd be happy if a support had a pipe at this point. And instead he's sitting on Arcane's pipe, Force Staff, Solar Crest. It means that it allows your allies to pick up some of those bigger items as well. Like, of course, he is kind of filling up his slots, and he's the one that's going to continue to get a lot of the gold, so there are some issues with it, but they don't really have the medallion carrier or the mech/pipe carrier on their team this game, and Z-Freak's just able to cash in and provide that all for his team. He's like the walking aura man.
So what does Hanskin buy? Oh, okay. Hanskin goes to mech then. So Dazzle's going to have your Greaves, then you'll have the Bounty running around with the Force, plus Solar Crest. And now Swindles, he's been spotted out here. Not going to be able to get the hook shot in. Haunt. Where are they going with this? They're just scouting out. Defensive Haunt to try and see where people are. Actually, aggressive one of the Swindles, but oh, the hook shot! Ewo gets out of the way. Swindles will charge into the Spectre. sure this is going to work out though. With the urn charge down, they'll get the kill on the Spirit Breaker for 700 gold. That's a good swing there towards the Spectre. But it's the tiniest of things in the grand scheme of things.
I don't know what the comeback mechanism is for E-Wolves. I'd be feeling shaky even if they had like a bounty hunter on their team right now, but the Radiance, of course, it's out, it's active. He has managed to get another 2k gold thanks to that kill on Swindle Melon, so maybe it's not totally over. Maybe going for something like the Diffusal Blade next. Keep the train rolling, I don't know. Maybe it's like an awful Roche fight. That might be the ticket.
Yeah, if Complexity put themselves in a bad spot, like right now, they've got this pretty widespread across the map. You know, Z-Freak's up at top, so if there is a fight that breaks out towards mid or bottom lane, it's something that E-Wolves can definitely accomplish pretty nicely with defender's advantage. They're all looping around their own base, waiting around this tier 2 mid. They haven't been able to utilize too many smokes though. They've tried a couple and in the end just sat around waiting for Complexity to try and initiate up with them. But with a gem on AA, they've been able to de-ward a little bit around their base and still waiting. They want a little bit of vision. They want to know where Complexity are before they go and smoke into them. Because having no wards aggressively on the other side of the map, they've got one. They've got one ward up on this map. It's defensive one near their secret shop. They have no idea where Complexity are.
Yeah, they have to wait till Haunt and then try and combo it up with that hook shot again. And it did definitely work well the first time, so if you can keep that train kind of rolling. But I'm imagining Complexity will be trying to avoid something like that again. Swindles is on his own. Of course, he can always come right back to the team with a charge. Is that a courier with a smoke? No, they're just kind of chilling. Considering how much they're ahead, I guess they're just waiting for the Aegis, but losing a little bit of their advantage here. Just stalled out at around a solid, 20,000 net worth leads.
A little bit of a plateau there, but Complexity.
I'm trying E-Wolves fans, I really am.
The devil's advocate. Just, they're super far behind, but they've got a chance, right? They've still got a chance. So Limp, like you said, there's 2 MKB carriers, natural ones, on Complexity. Limp is starting to build into his one with a Demon Edge. I guess Gyrocopter maybe starts to think about his, Helm of the Dominator wouldn't be awful, Butterfly wouldn't be awful, but the MKB is just going to allow you to shred through that Spectre's Radiance mischance. Not really worried too much about it. But E-Wolves, they're sitting back on their haunches a little bit here. Just waiting for Complexity to make that misstep. They really need to win this game, or at least turn it around. Rocket Scout throw. Complexity should be able to take this stuff. Even with the Ice Blast coming in, E-Wolves are so far away. There's minus armor galore here for Cold.
Alright, well, here they come. And it's a little bit too late. Do they still go is the question. Who makes the call? And how many are going to follow?
Well, Clockwork seemed very itchy to go in. Oh, they know, they've seen Smash, they're going to charge out onto him. Trap. With the track. Still going to go for this. Another trap, double slow. And comes the LSA, BKB for Swindles. You'll see this Smash. He tried his hardest to stop this, but it's inevitable, your death. Come. Honestly, Smash played that perfectly. But he didn't expect the BKB on Swindles to be up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
Evo, he is just out there right now. I don't know what his next item's gonna be. He'll get out of this one. I don't know. Does he even have a ward? No, that was just pure. I don't want to die. Do you feel like Heart is gonna? Oh, he bought something. It's just like a Yasha. Yeah, I'll just go for the Yasha.
Yeah, I think Manta Star's the way to go here. Just start track, get a few more things out for Rocket Barrage and stuff like that. Then it offers you some solo kill power, some bounty and dazzle. But
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's also a small incremental item you can build up if you are a little bit behind and need something to give a little bit of impact. So tier 3 going to be pressured here. Limp still has the Aegis for another few minutes. Or Swindles.
Only one buyback.
Where the hell are you going?
Swindles.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So running straight into the enemy base. And I was charging up the top. I don't think he knows where he's going. So with the cloak up on Swindles, what can we expect? Are we going to see an Ether Lens just to increase range with another strike?
I mean, it can't be anything else, can it? Well, everyone always buys Glimmer Cape on this hero, so I guess I'll probably just be another Glimmer Cape. I'm not a big fan because your mana pool is so small.
Come on, not Glimmer Cape. We've had enough of Glimmer Cape.
I know.
We've had enough. We had an entire patch where Glimmer Cape was the item. They
Well,
had
I mean,
to nerf
it'll
it
increase
4
the
times.
range on his charge too, right?
I mean,
Hello?
hello?
That's the joke.
The Canadian humor coming through.
Yeah, I got you guys covered. Don't worry.
Oh goodness.
I'm a natural.
All the what face is
Man,
gonna
Emo,
come out.
no fear. I mean, I know the clockwork's backing him up here, but this, I don't know if it's impressive or just damn stupid. But he's gonna pass Swindles. Ships in the night here.
Oh, TA. Half HP on the smash charge. Ooh, Scepter is up and Smash runs away actually. Well played by him. Over on the side, Sophie's getting sort of smashed down there by the Spirit Breaker. Such a snowball. Through Mahanskin is actually dead to that Laguna Blade, but Z-Freak's here to clean up the mess, mopping up one by one. E-Wolves are pretty much just all dead.
I mean, I understand thinking that's a lost fight and not wanting to haunt, but like, if you lose that fight, no one has buyback, so why don't you haunt? Because the game's over now anyway. Is it not? Like,
Radiant's middle
to me,
tower
that
is
seems
under
really
attack.
strange. I had to check like 3 times.
Radiant
Haunt was up.
structures are fortified.
I'm not sure, man. Oh, I'm not sure. Does he...
He
the
won't
thing
look
is,
like a
he,
little case of I told you so or something. I'm not sure.
he can't come back and defend on his own. He has to go and farm.
Radiant's middle barracks.
But
has
what's he
fallen.
farming towards?
Radiant's
Like,
bottom
finishing a Manta
tower
is not
is
a
under
game-changing
attack.
item. You want a fight winning item. It's not going to get you that swing.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, Complexity
Radiant's
going to
bottom
complete
barracks
this.
are under attack.
Take 2 lanes of racks. And
Radiant's bottom
over the past 2
barracks has
days,
fallen.
we're currently at 3 and 2. Between these 2 teams, Complexity are the ones with 3 and Wolves are the ones with 2. This might just push it to 4 and 2, and then we'll see. This is a
Dyer's
2-game
top
series, of
tower
course. It's
is
in the
under
group stages.
attack.
We'll find out how it all ends up. But I guess the momentum's on Complexity's side, knowing that they can 3-0 sweep in a best of 5. They've got the wind beneath their wings.
Well, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. At least that's what E-Wolves are saying. So they're gonna try up another smoke here. It's kind of even more depressing because they actually had an early lead. Like, it felt like they were ahead. Got a couple kills on Swindle bot.
But who's the
Spectre
fat
was
lady?
doing well.
Is it TA or is it Valina? Because it looks like Limp is the one that's going to start singing soon. Smashes through them with the side blades and Smash himself. Yules into the air. I think it's all over. They think it's all over. I'm pretty sure it is now. Evil's 5 dead again. And Limp will just go and finish off this Rax. No, he won't. Sod that.
Radiant's middle
Tier
tower
4s.
is under
Finish
attack.
the game, lads.
Yeah, no chances of buyback here. Plenty of time, and I'll call it. Well,
Radiant's
I gotta
middle
say, I
tower
liked
has fallen.
Evil's lineup. Couldn't quite get off the ground with the missed hook shots. I think was actually a pretty huge issue. So if you're gonna pick that hero, you gotta. It's not necessarily his fault, right? Like, you need something that's gonna be also providing vision. You need, I don't know, maybe an earlier haunt going on. I don't know what it was. Either way, Complexity strategy worked out a lot better. Tracks, charges, everything, keeping everybody in line, and well played by them.
Indeed, indeed. So game number 1 goes the way of Complexity. In the beginning, E-Wolves, you know, honestly won all their lanes. The Bounty Hunter didn't do too much. All of the lanes belonged to E-Wolves, but it's just the fact that Swindles had that switch just flick, and he was charging all over the place with his brother Z-Freak Bounty, and that Bounty Hunter. I mean, 4 fights in a row where he netted himself like 2k each fight. Suddenly up to like 7,000 net worth in 20 minutes or something. But yeah, we'll head ourselves into game number 2 shortly, guys. Be back in a couple of minutes.
Bye.